All right, so we're going to look at KWHero today. It's going to be an update review. We'll see if what their platform still looks like 6 months later. I did my review about 6 months ago on KWHero, so a lot of time has gone by since that initial review and since they first launched on AppSumo. So I want to get some content out there because this was a promising tool and it's still surprisingly available on AppSumo on September 10th. 2024. So if you like what you see in this video, you can still go get this for a lifetime deal. Okay. And it starts at $79 for license tier 1. So let's jump in. Now here is the interface. You can see that there's some different things they've added. So they're going to be adding lists coming soon. I'm not sure what lists mean, but keyword lists most likely, where you can save them into different lists. Keyword ideas, you can see where your history is, and then your dashboard over here. We're going to do that in a sec. Let's go over here to the settings section, and you'll be able to see right here what AppSumo license you have if you buy that lifetime deal. I was kind of looking, I was like, how in the world do I have the 50 AI credits? But that is because when we come through and look at the plans and features, I brought my own key, right? So you can bring your own API key and it'll unlock 50 AI credits instead of only using 5 AI credits if you do not bring your own key, right? So the huge advantage is, especially if you buy license tier 1, is you're going to be able to unlock and upgrade your account to 50 AI credits per month, but it's not going to change the amount of keyword research that you can do. So if you want this to be a major keyword research tool, and if you're buying this for keyword research, I definitely recommend you going in at license tier 2 or higher, because even just the amount of results right over here, keywords per lookup, this is significant right here. Right now, my account will only show 500 keywords at a time, and you won't be looking at 1,000 or 1,500 or even more. So if you max this out, you'll be able to get up to 4,000 keywords per lookup, if that makes sense. So this turns into a full-fledged keyword research tool. And think of this tool as a keyword research tool first and foremost before content creation. All right, so let's go and rock and roll. This is tier 1 with the bring your own key function. I do like the ability to be able to do all that. It's super cool. I haven't logged into this since my last review, honestly. So it's been 6 months. And so I have these alerts up here. So we'll go start checking some of those. What do these mean? Publish articles straight to WordPress. So that part is now available. I'm going to go and check what that looks like real quick. So you have publishing articles straight to WordPress with KWHero. That did come out in April. So that was definitely like around the launch, shortly after the launch. But they do have that feature. They do have is that a tutorial video? No, it's not. But they do have a full tutorial on how to get all that set up. I'm going to click on over here, write article job for keyword AI's next big look. So those were all just alerts from when I was using the tool. Mark all as read, and we've done cleaning, house cleaning. You do have the bright version of this, and I'm going to use the bright version or the light version because in my last, I made 2 videos about this and I used the night version. So let's go ahead and go with the light version this time. So let's go into the keyword dashboard, and what I want to do is I have a notepad over here that we're going to be doing some different things, because what I did before making this video, guys, is I went and did a refresh. I actually watched those videos that I made 6 months ago, the tutorial follow-up video, and then also I watched my full review. Don't worry, I watched it on 2x speed so I could get through it quickly. But I picked up some different things that I did in that video, and we're going to go retest the software, because this is going to be a great exercise for us to know if they've updated their algorithm and their keyword difficulty measurement and their volume, and if they did some updates that needed to be done from some inaccuracies that I did identify in my review and testing results. So I'm going to go and just put in email marketing right now on the broad keyword, and we'll push search. And it does load very fast. We have 499 keywords right there. And then something I wanted to look at was the email marketing agency. Okay, so 100K volume for email marketing. I believe it was 100K volume, and it was 100 difficulty, but the volume itself is dropped down to 35,000 right there. And I would have to go and look at my other keyword research tool to see if how close this is to other tools. But I do know that I wrote that down versus, well, let's just go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, so email marketing in SE ranking is 22,000. So we're a lot closer. So this already tells me, guys, that they have done some work in fixing their The volumes were one of the biggest issues that they had last time. The volumes were very inflated most of the time. In email marketing, last time 6 months ago, they said it got 100,000 searches per month. SE ranking says 22,000, and KWHero is now saying 35,000. So it's a lot closer in that range. If this still said 100,000, we'd be in trouble. The difficulty, this is saying it's 100. It is, and obviously ranking for email marketing is definitely, I'm not surprised it's 100. Let's keep moving down. Let's see if we can find email marketing agency. Here's email marketing agency right here, and they have it at 4.8 thousand. And they had it at 6.5 thousand 6 months ago. So again, the volume has gone down. So that's good. It's going to be a little bit more reflective of and closer to what the actual search volume is. So that's what we're looking for. So they have made some improvements to the search volume. That's great. Verifying that. The difficulty level on email marketing agency was at 58 6 months ago. It's still at 58 because you can see I wrote it down right here. So that tells me that they may not have done any adjustments on the keyword difficulty level, but I will remember this after watching both my videos again, that the keyword difficulty in my testing, comparing it to other keyword research tools, for sure it was SE ranking, the keyword difficulty was accurate. It was something that I wasn't concerned with. It did fit within the same difficulty levels as other tools. So I'm not concerned about the keyword difficulty. I think they had that from the start, was really accurate, and it looks like they didn't have to make any adjustments on that. But they did need to make adjustments on volume. It looks like they have made those adjustments. Super cool to see that. Now I want to go in here and see if we can find this one right over here, B2B email marketing agency. And it did find that. So it was one of the 500 keywords that it had. And we are at 180 volume today. And 6 months ago, it was at 220. So far, every keyword tested, the volume has gone down. It was inflated 6 months ago. The difficulty is 12 6 months ago and is still 12 right now. Now I'm going to go over here and try another one up here, which is start a business. And we're going to push start or search right there. We do have 500 keywords, and we did have 500 keywords 6 months ago. And what I wanted to test on this one was just when we click the cluster keywords, we got 220 keywords last time. Let's go ahead and click this now. And we have 219 keywords. So that functionality of clustering and so forth seems to still be working more or less the exact same. Just wanted to test the tool and see how well it's done over the last 6 months, if it's held up to its positive accuracies from 6 months ago, and then have they done any improvements and so forth. That's kind of the testing I'm doing right now for you guys. And then finally, what we're going to do is I'm going to go over here and put this keyword in right here. And that keyword is not in their database right here, but I think it was last time. So I'm going to go back to, so they do have how to start a wax melt business and how to start a wax business. And a wax melt business from home. That one was in here because from last time, and it's not currently in the database right now, even when I specifically place it in right here. So that's something a little concerned. Like if you have a keyword database and 6 months ago, you actually had this keyword in your database and then it's not there, it's definitely something that people are searching for. Let's go take a look and see what SE ranking says about this keyword real quick. It has a search volume of 10. It's not a big keyword or anything like that, but it's not registering in KWHero. But we did write our article on this last time. We did actually write an article on this. So what I'm going to do is we're going to come back to this keyword in a minute and rewrite this article to see if the content score and so forth still holds up, if it improves, gets worse, whatever. But before we do that, let's go. Last time we had no results for this keyword right here, which is what is a rack card in marketing. I'm going to go up here and see if that is at all in their database right now as well. I want to select worldwide. That probably will help. This is also not in their database, and it wasn't 6 months ago. So that's one kind of thumbs down. They do need to continue improving and adding keywords to their database. These are keywords I would expect to be in the database for it to be able to pull at least some basic information about. I want to go and see. I mean, this is a keyword that has 70 search volume. So it's definitely a registered keyword that has search volume and other keyword tools. And we're just not getting any information in KWHero. Unfortunately, I'd like to see the keyword database expanded. And then this one was in here as well, digital marketing for business brokers. I'm going to go in there and also see if this is in here as well. This one does register in here. The volume's 380, and that was high compared to SE ranking and KWHero or keyword planner. And so let's go in to SE ranking real quick and see where this one falls. So this one's saying only 10 digital marketing for business brokers, and they're saying 320. So that is a pretty big discrepancy with the search volume. Now, we did have a correction, and generally speaking, the search volume, it seems to have gone down and is somewhat fixed. But again, it's still not going to be 100% accurate because we found a keyword right here that we know is closer to 10, because I've even pulled this up in Keyword Planner. It was 10 to 100 6 months ago. SE ranking also has 10 right there, but we're showing 320 in KWHero. So that's a pretty big discrepancy on volume, search volume. Just something to be aware of. We did cover the WordPress publisher is now working, but I am going to go back and we're going to look at one other thing, because we're going to go into content creation. And I do want to go and rewrite this article right here, in particular, how to start a wax melt business from home, because I want to see. You can see that we did write that before, but what I want to do is add this here again, and then we're going to run the analysis, and then I'll come back in just a moment. All right, so let's go and open up this analysis right here. It's saying we need 1,900 words. I think that has gone up since last time. I know that we wrote a 2,000 word article last time, so that'll be fine. So here's the guidelines. Here's the AI content writer. The outline builder is right here. So we will go and look at just what we need over here. It did pull some of the secondary keywords, content terms over here. So it does look like the content terms might have got improved. There's more content terms, which are NLP keywords in Neuron Writer, which has improved, I think. Heading terms, that's good. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the outline builder, and we will total word count right here. Not sure what this part right over here means. Reflect outline updates in content analysis. I'm going to go ahead and select that. We're going to create an outline. It's going to go create the outline for us. I do like that this is an all-in-one tool. I will say that. There's still some things that need improved. Hopefully they're going to watch this video. Maybe I can send this to them. The search volume still needs some more improvement. I know that it's improved already, but it does need still looked at a little bit. The keyword difficulty seems to be good. And then really the keywords, if you specifically look for a keyword, you should be able to get that volume. Even if it takes away one of your 50 searches per day credits, you should be able to pull in almost any keyword and data on it. And so they need to expand the keyword database, in my opinion. So here is that outline that we have. Very robust, intricate, granular level outlines that it creates. Does do a frequently asked questions. I would like to be able to take those off. I'm sure we can remove those from here if we wanted to, but it would be nice to have just a check mark box. If we could say something like, hey, don't include an FAQ or something like that would be cool. This is where I do like the granular control over how many words per section. You can pop open each section and you could add stuff in here. Let's do something where I know that I wanted to do last time, where we could maybe tell it to write a table. Maybe right here, I'm going to put right here for the importance of business insurance, make a table. So that's what I'm going to put right there. Make a table comparing pros and cons of having a business insurance. We'll see if it is going to be able to do that. We have word count 1,900. If you wanted to change this, you would just go down here and you would, this H1 right over here, I want to make that smaller. Let's just do 100 words right there and just kind of look over here as well. I'm going to bring these down to 50 each, to be honest, because it's just going to kind of be overkill. So we'll bring those down a little bit as well. Bring this one down a little bit as well to 50. So now we're at 1,700 because we know it's going to overwrite about 500 words anyways. So I think that's a good strategy to do. So there is your outline. Everything's all updated. Then you go over to the AI writer. This is where you're going to say tone of voice. friendly, casual. We're going to go with just casual. We're going to go with content level. Let's go with beginner. I think always just kind of going with beginner is going to be good that they have that. And then we're going to go with, I do like that they have opinion-based storytelling. I would like to test that out, but this isn't the article to do that for. So we're going to go with just inform. Third person, why not? Let's go with first person on this one to test that one out, because I know that we did third person last time, but I really want to go with first person on this one. NLP optimization, yes. Scrape fresh content, of course we want to put yes on that. And then pass AI detection, I don't care about that. We're going to say no. If you guys want me to test that out, I'll run another article through or something like that. Just put that in the comments below. We can run this past AI detection, but anything that's going to make it right in a different way, that's going to make the content quality less, but then you can pass a little bit more on AI detection. I think that's just not a good way to go, because at the end of the day, when we get this article written, when we go push write, we should be going through the content, looking at it. If you're going to put it on your money site, you need to be reading through the article, adding in a little bit of fresh touch, making some fixes and so forth. And that is completely what I recommend doing if you have a real substantial business website that you're actually trying to rank long-term. If you're just doing testing and so forth, then by all means, just go publish it. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so we are back. Here is the content. It did write 2,800 words, and that's why you want to aim very low on the word count. So you notice I dialed it down to 1,700, and it still wrote over 1,000 words more than what I was kind of telling it to in the outline. So you want to keep that in mind. It overshot even more than I think that it did 6 months ago. So that's kind of a little bit of I would say a little bit of a negative. It overshot over 1,100 words on what we told it to write. I think it needs to be dialed in and be a little bit more accurate than that. So really big article right there. So if you want to write a 2,000 word article, you need to literally put in there that you want 900 words is what I would guess. We did get a 91 content score right out of the gates based on content structure, readability, NLP terms headings. Now, back 6 months ago when we wrote this article, we got a 91 content score as well. So we exactly matched what we got 6 months ago. But there are some different things that changed. We did get a grade level of 10 on this one, a huge improvement compared to a grade level of 13 6 months ago with less content. So they definitely have done something to improve the writing. It might have been something that we also chose in here in the settings with the outline builder and the AI content writer, as far as the casual, the first person, all those kind of things. And then we said beginner. We wanted to write as a beginner, not intermediate. And so grade level, I'm happy with that. The 10, that's great with this amount of words written. The flesh score right there was a 41 6 months ago, and it is now a 56. So kind of a big difference there, but you also want to fall within this range right here. And we do hit that range over here. I don't think we hit the range 6 months ago. So they get thumbs up for improvements on the readability and the flesh score. Secondary words, we've got our heading terms right here, and then content terms. Let's go look at this. I mean, a huge blanket of these green colors right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over optimized keywords. You might want to go and check those out. A couple under optimized. Those are not a big deal at all, but a lot more green than none. And then also most of these keywords, there's hardly any whites where we did not use at all. And actually that's kind of limited. Yeah. So limited company, that basically means if I do a control find limited company, that means that it was not used, right? But then if we go over here to, let's say, candle makers, it's used once, and it needs to be used once or twice. So I think it does a really good job on utilizing the NLP keywords that it finds. It does as good as any other tool, to be honest. So that's really good. We know that if we went and plug this into LearnWire, I'm not going to go and put you through the next 5 minutes sitting through that test. We know that it's going to perform on a lower scale. So it's still going to come in at a lower score level, but it's all relative to the tool that you are using. They probably want you to be over 90 in this tool. Right out of the gates, they're saying that it is, in fact, a 91 out of 100. I'm going to sample through some of the content and the importance of business insurance and protecting your endeavors. Now, it did not do a table, but it did do a broken out kind of bullets list right there. So not quite what I asked for, but I will give it some credit. It at least did something unique with the content right there. So I will give them some credit on that for sure, that they did do something for us right there. And you can see right over here, so even in just the first paragraph, I've always been passionate about creating a cozy atmosphere in my home. So it is talking in first person. Before jumping in, I did my homework to understand the basics and the finer details of the business, from selecting the right kinds of wax and scents to understanding the legalities involved. I realized that selling wax melts is more than just a hobby, blah, blah, blah. So then laying the groundwork. So overall, I mean, I think that the content quality is good. Can you start a wax melt business with minimal investment? Yes, starting a wax melt business with minimal investment is definitely possible. At the beginning, I focused on candle and wax melt creation. So in a sense, you could get the sense that someone with experience wrote this article. And there's no paragraphs that I see that are more than 3 or 4 sentences. So it does a good job at breaking up all the content as well. Now, taking this to the next level would be, hey, can we implement some type of AI images into or stock images? Now that would be placing them to be at least on that level with some of our more favorited popular AI writers like Agility Writer and Koala. So we need the ability to have images in here. We need the ability to put in our sitemap or something and have it automatically put internal links, because that's where the standard is now, right? There's already tools out there, multiple tools that can do all of those things for us. And so if you want to be on that level, you definitely need to be offering the images, the internal links, the external links, etc. But at the end of the day, I do think that this is, it definitely has more positives on the content quality and score than it does negative. I definitely do think that this is a good tool. I still think it holds up as a strong tool, especially if you're looking for a keyword research tool, content writer, content optimizer, all that, an all-in-one tool for a lifetime deal price. I think that you can't go wrong with getting this, just knowing that it still has a ways to go to be an elite tool, SEO tool, and AI writing tool. But I definitely don't regret purchasing this tool. I'm going to still come back and revisit this to make sure that we are visiting about, are they continuing to update their tool or not, right? I like the UI is still one of my favorite UIs that I have visited on a lifetime deal tool like this before. This part looks amazing. The keyword research part is awesome as well. I'm going to save changes here. What I'm also going to do is, another thing is, once you write the content in here, there's no way to add more content, use the AI writer in here at all. It's not like Neuron Writer where you can add more content or so forth. It just writes the article one and done, and then you would have to make manual changes or put this into another tool. Just keep in mind on that. But we did push save. I am going to just click this publish to WordPress button, follow this guide. Okay, so that's how you would set that up. We'll come back in over here to the content plan, and we will just put this in progress, because we have started that on progress. And then we'll go back in just the keyword research, digital marketing, 14 minutes ago. Let's go back into this keyword research right over here. Like I said, I really like the user interface for this tool, for the keyword research and so forth. And if you're looking for a keyword research tool that's going to get you by and do a good job and has keyword clustering and so forth, then this would probably be a great tool. The way that I would use it is I would put in your broad keyword. So if your keyword, if you were in marketing or maybe if it's on Etsy, or even specifically selling on Etsy, then maybe type in as broad of a keyword that you can get, because then you're going to get all the keywords right over here. You're going to get these keywords here. And then what you would do is you could use this cluster button right here. And then now you have 100 articles that you could go. And what you do is you drop this down, and you're going to take all these keywords and make a pillar content, best-selling items on Etsy. And then you're going to make sure that you do H2s, H3s with this stuff in it, add those in as well. And this is going to be a good way for beginners to just have a nice content plan written out for them with all of the content clusters put in here. So you're not repeating topics on your website. That's a big thing that most people struggle with. I do like a huge plus that this software has as well, is that it does have keyword clustering built in for a lifetime deal as well, which those are also features that you have to pay extra for on almost every other keyword research tool. So overall, still very impressed with this tool. I'd like to see it even do more and have even more accuracy and things like that. But overall, still a win, still recommend KWHero as a lifetime deal. Get it before they leave. I will try to keep my eye out if they ever get on the leaving soon board. I, of course, will make another video and get this out to you guys. But thanks for joining me. Just wanted to do an update for you guys. We'll see you in the next video.